Atamare from beautiful Aotearoa, New Zealand. That is to say, good morning from beautiful New Zealand. I'm Career Break Guy, taking a break from corporate life, and we're returning today for the next session of our solo playthrough Forbidden Lands from Free League, the City of Gold adventure by Per Holstrom. I apologize for the pronunciation there. This has actually been going a little bit longer than I thought it would, but I'm really enjoying it. Bit of housekeeping, of course. Thank you to Free League for sending me the code for the Foundry module for Forbidden Lands. And just to make it clear though, I bought my own Foundry license, and I've also bought a couple of copies of Forbidden Lands. I've got a physical and a digital copy that I purchased separately. All opinions are mine, not being paid to say anything. I'm actually just really enjoying it. So I've got my coffee, hopefully you've got yours. And I think we're going to kick off, because last time we were here, small issue in that we'd snuck into a tower in the Saurian village, and we had met with the Saurian cult leader, who had the staff of Zigesh that we had taken from him, and then he took from us, and then we took it back. So there's a bit of a scuffle, but we end up arranging it that, hey look, we're going to use the staff, we're going to return it to you, we're not trying to take it, we just are trying to find this City of Gold. And I've just noticed let's unpause it. And so he called off his guards who were rushing up the tower towards him, and we are trying to get, well, to make the staff work. So the last entry we had was, yeah, we're up in this tower. There was a book, there was runes on the ground, we had the staff, and deciphering the book was not easy, and most of it is gibberish. It has all the icons with the same numbers that we use on our little sheet, which has got a whole bunch of pictographs and then numbers with them. But it also has a verse below the icons which says, "The serpent waits in its hole as the sun rises in front of the tower." Now this is a kind of pick-apart adventure. It's really great if you just want to learn Forbidden Lands and, you know, just play it by yourself. The adventure itself, the City of Gold, is available on Drive-Thru RPG, which is where I picked mine up. So it says, for this pick-apart, if you solved it, look at the corresponding event, or return to the inside of the tower for more descriptions. So what I did is, as it says, all the little pictographs have a picture and then a number. And so the serpent waits in its hole as the sun rises in front of the tower. I looked at the serpent, the sun, and the tower, and I added those numbers together. So now we're going to check to see whether that actually does something, because that's kind of all the clues that we've got on this one. So that added up to 20, and if we go to 20... Haha! It all makes sense to you now! Actually, it says it all makes sense to you, no. That's a bit of a typo, but okay. So, it all makes sense to you now. The serpent is the staff. The sun will rise, and the tower, well, that is the temple. Read the legend once more and make sure you understand it. Thinking it through, you realize that the staff should be placed in the hole on the 4th floor, and the trapdoor on the 5th must be open, and then wait for the sun to rise. Then the staff will guide you to the City of Gold as the temple reflects the morning light. Have you met with Layla before coming? Are you waiting for the sun to rise? If you answered yes to both questions, look at number 4. If not, you must pay her a visit before you continue. So we did meet Layla. Layla was running the Barnacle and Clam Inn that we started the adventure in. When we returned there, because we had a vision that she had a necklace that was somehow related to the staff. And when we asked her about it the next day, she turned into a banshee and attacked us. Did a real number on my character, good old Oravold, which, you know what, as always, let's get some art up here. View character artwork. Good old Oravold and his horse Fern, who I'm not sure we quite know where Fern is anymore. That may be something to look into. Anyway, so we did manage to defeat her, thankfully. And so now we took the little shard of necklace, which merged with the staff itself. So yep, we have met with Layla, and we were waiting for the sun to rise. We had the Saurian cult leader kind of reached an accord where he was going to let us go, and we weren't going to cause any more trouble for the Saurian people. So if we've said yes to both, yep, then we get to look at this next section. As the sun rises, the warm sunlight spreads like happiness through the room, and as the orb is filled with light, a focus beam shoots through the open trapdoor into a crystal spire. With a white shock of light, you're... blind for a moment? It might mean you go blind for a moment. When you regain your senses, the room has transformed. Windows and altars gone. Before you stands 3 pillars, each with strange runes and chaotic patterns. The lower part of the middle pillar begins to fade as a staircase and opening reveals itself. Removing the staff closes the portal, and it will only be open for an hour or 2. If you decide to enter, open the City of Gold Part 2 to continue your adventure. There's a bit of a typo there as well. Okay, so yeah, absolutely. We're going to do City of Gold Part 2. I hadn't realised that's where we're going to be up to, so I haven't opened it. Bear with me for just 1 second whilst I get that PDF up. Forbidden Lands folder, City of Gold. Have I put it somewhere else, just to make it difficult on myself? RPG, Free League, City of Gold, City of Gold Adventures, Part 2 Gamebook. Alright, here we go. We got there. Oh, it's got a cool picture. I should really put these pictures up at some point. So Part 2, bit of a preamble. With the help of a powerful artifact, a man forged a temple, a pathway to another realm. That man once ruled a city of gold. Shortly after the creation of the temple, his city fell into chaos. Horrible abominations and demons ravaged the streets, killing everyone. Today nothing remains, or so it was believed. This is the second part of the solo adventure, the City of Gold. Not necessarily going to read all of this. Single page, fair warning, this is difficult, you might die. Yep, but we have companions, it says. You should probably get companions. Okay. Prelude. The stairs go on forever, but there is no turning back. Behind you, the steps disappear into oblivion. There is only forwards. Pockets of heat come and go. As you finally find your way through this perpetually winding set of stairs, your journey ends in a massive stone-walled room. So it's titled The Temple. The room is small, made from smooth stone tiles. Obviously someone has created this place. In front of you is a small set of stairs leading up to a pedestal with a book on it. The book looks exactly like the one you found in the tower, except this one is chained to the pedestal. Perhaps it contains some information about this place. Looking around, you notice a strange floating orb of light above you. As the light is reflected off the stone tiling, you understand why they call this place the City of Gold. Inside each tile, fused with the stone, are hair-fine strands of gold that shimmer in the light of the orb. Removing the gold might be impossible though. Strangely, you cannot find any exit. Oh great, so now we've got it, we just can't do anything with it. So this place has a strange feel to it. Also, there appears to be no way back to the tower! Exclamation mark. You have no choice, it seems, but to explore this dreadful place. Remembering the Legion gives you no comfort. Shortly after the creation of the temple, his city fell into chaos. Horrible abominations and demons ravaged the streets, killing everyone. Today nothing remains, or so it was believed. The book is enticing, and if you decide to examine it, look at 02. Or number 2. So as we walk up to the book, the orb of light creates a copy of itself and floats down towards you, shining light upon the book. What's convenient. If you open the book, go to this place. So the book is heavy, and the chain seems to be fused with it. Removing it from the pedestal might be a challenge, and you need to either roll for might, with a -2, or sleight of hand if you have any good tools. But should the book really be removed? As you look inside the book, it is extremely similar to the book in the tower. If you brought the tower book with you, it is no longer in your possession. We left it. We told the Saurian we weren't trying to steal his stuff. Something prevented it from travelling to this place. You find a loose page with several strange symbols. Open the Temple Strange Symbols document or look at the end of this PDF. So the orb that shines on this book has a warm light too. It's got too many O's there. Plasmatic, it wobbles around close to you. Inside the orb, black dots seem to be forming, merging, and then dissipating. A cyclical pattern, it seems. Perhaps the orb is alive. Or is it just strange magic? Suddenly it is covered in black dots and expands to fill the entire room before it explodes, opening a door in the wall behind you, and you can now exit. Man, black dots floating around. I was playing the Alien RPG Chariot of the Gods on the Getting Dicey stream last night, and there was black orbs there, and they were just... Oh, it was unpleasant. But also check out Alien RPG, it's a lot of fun. So I'm just really quickly, remember we're on number 10, I'm just going to write 10 because that's where we're up to. I'm just going to quickly look at the end of this document to see the temple strange symbols, which it says I can look at. Okay, so what it is, it's a bit of paper. This strange sheet of symbols was found between pages of the book and the temple. You've yet to find out the meaning, but certainly it must be a clue, perhaps a discovery or event. Let's close this, let's get rid of some of these things that we've drawn. Doodle drawings? Yes? Okay, cool. Oh, can I actually draw some of them? Let's give it a go. We've got a 3-circle thing. We've got a 2-moon thing. We've got a bisected box. And a Harry Potter symbol. Not quite a Harry Potter symbol. It's the sun. Yeah. I'm making an absolute hash of this, but okay. We'll do it on the night. There's this kind of it's kind of like 4 eggs sitting on each other. Like old TVs, how they had the 3 color bands if you looked really closely. We've got an inverted triangle. Oops. And then we've got this hourglass fella. Now these are actually meant to be in 4 columns. We've got what looks to be a bit of paper, like you would get on a tattoo scroll. Circle with a cross in it. This thing that kind of looks like a column. And finally, we've got looks a bit like a flag, or pendant. Cool, so that's more or less, much less actually, the symbols that we see at the end of this thing. And now I'm going to go back to number 10, which is where we left off. Right, so, do we want to go down the hallway? Well, there's not really any other options other than going back to the temple where there was nothing else. So yeah, absolutely, let's go to this hallway. So stepping through the doorway, you find yourself in a grand hallway that stretches ahead of you. However, a peculiar sight greets your eyes. A peculiar sight now? Stairs have opened, non-Euclidean space. We've travelled to another dimension, but this is going to be the strange sight. Carry on. The floor is an intricate pattern of alternating holes and wide stone blocks. Gazing into the abyss beneath the holes, you're engulfed by an impenetrable darkness. Lining both walls are 3 alcoves, each measuring 2 meters in width and 4 meters in height. Within these alcoves, not alcohols. Within these alcoves, where am I? Within these alcoves, imposing stone statues stand, each crafted in the likeness of a human figure. Every statue possesses its own unique feature, evoking a sense of individuality. However, it is the middle alcove on the right wall that draws your attention. Here, a regal figure stands, adorned with a crown and magnificent garments. The intricate details surrounding him, accompanied by captivating painting in the background, set him apart from the other statues, which don simple robes. As your gaze traverses the hallway, your focus is drawn to a sturdy wooden door, marking the end of this enigmatic passage. High above, another of those ethereal floating orbs of light illuminates the space, casting a gentle radiance. In addition, smaller orbs delicately illuminate each of the 6 alcoves, enhancing the mystique of the surroundings. I have struggled with the amount of coffee I've had today, and that I've not had enough, and my reading is atrocious. Anyway, where were we? The statues all seem to represent the 6 men from the legend. Looking closer, they do seem human. Upon closer examination still of the statues, look at 3. So we're not going to look at them quite yet. So looking down the holes in the floor, they appear to be made by design. Part of the wall and ceiling, however, have fallen in and is now broken. However, or whatever is down there, you do not want to find out. Dropping something in the hole does nothing, it just disappears into the darkness. The door at the end of the hallway has once upon a time been inscribed with something. Impressive the door is, with a massive dark wood and the sturdy metal hinges, it does not appear to be locked. So we've got a few options here. We can head south, which will take us to what might be an atrium. We can go back through the doorway to go back to the temple, or we can check out these statues. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to go in and have a close look at these statues. So a closer look at the statues showed that they are made from the same type of stone as the rest of this place, the gold-infused one. In one hand, the statue holds a parchment with the hourglass figure carved onto it. It looks exactly like the one on the strange sheet. Perhaps it's a part that can be removed? If you do remove it, it is valued at 1d6 gold. Are we going to remove it? Yeah, why not? D6 gold. We've lost a lot of gold recently, so Halfdor, our strong man. Is that you? Apparently I can't click on anything. That's fine. Oh, that's why, because I'm on draw feature. Halfdor. Halfdor is our fighter, and he is going to, pry off this parchment. And it's worth 1d6 gold, so let's give it a d6. 3 gold. Let's give that to old Halfdor. He's like, well, we gotta make some money off this trip. Gear, backpack, gold, parchment with symbol. Gear, create, weight, tiny, because it's just a bit of paper. The craft supply price is 3 gold. And if we go back to the main, we're going to put a little note to say C entry 03 for details. Awesome. Alright, so we've got this little parchment, and now we're going to carry on back to the hallway. Step back from the statues, if you will. Away from the illuminated little orbs. And we're going to continue into the next room, which appears to be some kind of atrium. So as you open this door, it glides smoothly, granting access to a compact room illuminated by a suspended lantern. The stone floor feels chilly and uneven underfoot. Multiple pathways branch out from the central atrium. To the east, a staircase ascends, culminating in an intriguing door of peculiar appearance. Towards the south, a brief hallway terminates at a robust metal door. Meanwhile, positioned between 2 pillars, a door adorned with iron accent awaits to the west. Remnants of furniture serve as reminders of this room's previous purpose. So this atrium appears to be a way to access other parts of this strange place. Is it really a city? The walls are made of a smoother stone as if it was carved out of a mountain, yet at the same time there are blocks of raw stone here and there in the walls. Each massive block has the same golden threads inside of it, and all doors are lacking locks. Not that we're necessarily going around and testing every door to start off with. Oh, so there's symbols on the doors. The door to the west has got the 3 circle one, kind of like the Huffer logo if you're from New Zealand. Is it that way or is it the other way around? I feel like Huffer has like 3 circles on it anyway. They've got really comfy pants. This door is much larger than the others, by the way. The door up the stairs to the east has the kind of 4 egg type thing on it, and the handle is a black metal. The door to the south has the upside down triangle. Believe it or not, that's a triangle. It's just like coloured outside the lines, like an absolute animal. The whining of wind can be heard from the cracks of the door. And the door north, back to the hallway, has the this door with a line through it. Oh, sorry, a bisected square I called it before, but I guess yeah, it's like a door with a line. In the southwest corner stands a large cupboard, and there are several religious symbols in metal stacked next to it. So they represent most of the gods of Ravenland, which is Raven, Worm, Rust, Horn, and the Nightwalker. If you decide to examine the cupboards, Go over here. No one seems to be around, but every now and then you can hear the faint wind and odd low hum from the doors as they resonate in unison. The fixed lantern has one of the strange light orbs floating in it. So what are we going to look at? We've got 4 doors. We've got the Huffer door, we've got the egg door, we've got, believe it or not, a triangle door. We just came from that one, so we can kind of rule that out. We can also look at the statues of the gods. I guess whilst we're here, we might as well take a look at the statue of the gods. And then we can start looking at the doors. So we're going to consolidate what we're doing here, and then we can move further out. So right, this cupboard is empty, mostly. That seems weird. Have I skipped to the wrong place? Hallway, carry on through the atrium. Look at 11 if you want to. Oh, sorry. There's a large cupboard with gods next to it. Okay, so we're looking at this cupboard. So the cupboard is empty, mostly. There is one item here. Roll on the gold loot table. And see what it is. The religious symbols are all made from metal and soot covered as they have been thrown in the fire. Oh, as if they've been thrown in the fire. If you're a believer in Raven, Worm, Rust, Horn, or Nightwalker, these items are considered a religious symbol to you. You know what? Orvold has not really put a lot of... Oh, hey Moji. Orvold has not put a lot of stock in the gods, so he's not going to really worry about it. Is the gold table in this book? Oh yes, the gold loot table is here. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll a d12. So the item that we find, these are cool looking dice. Number 11 is a golden dagger with gemstones with 46 gold. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're good at finding daggers, which is lucky because we haven't had a lot of daggers. So who do we give this dagger to? I think maybe Orvold hasn't got a weapon at the moment. Yeah, so he's going to get this dagger. Dagger. Oi. No. Items, dagger. Phantom dagger? I wish. Right, so it's equipped. And we're going to say that... We'll just edit this up a little bit. Other features... golden with gemstones. And craft and supply. This is actually worth... What did we roll? 15 gold. Cool beans. Right. That's good. 3 of us have daggers now. 2 of them are treasure, but you know what? We can still sell them at the end of the day for use crappy ones. Oh, I think I actually need to roll a second time on... There's another table with that. Which has got the quality. Let's see. I'll roll that and see if it makes sense. That dice is not weighted, but it might as well be. 2 11s. So it says that the quality is amazing. A master jeweler made this and increased the value by 46. By another 17. Orvold, your dagger, bro, is actually not worth 15. It's worth math. 32? I make it 32. Sweet. Now I need to go back to where I was. I think it was entry 11. Yep, right, back to the atrium. So now we've looked at the cupboard. We're not going to go back the way we came, so we've got the west door with the Huffer symbol, we've got the 4 eggs, or the hot cross bun symbol, harkening back to fancy dagger. It is a fancy dagger. Yeah, so we've got Huffer symbol, hot cross bun symbol, or believe it or not, I can't believe it's not a triangle symbol. You're in chat mode. You want to tell us which door we want to go? Huffer, hot cross bun, or can't believe it's not a triangle. Place your bets. Otherwise, I'll just pick one. Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna pick one. Hot cross buns. Hot cross bun it is. Alright, so we, our little party buns. Hot cross buns are good. So the door up the stairs to the east has the hot cross bun symbol on it, and the handle is black metal. Black metal! Hot cross buns are good things in the Alien RPG, so yeah, for sure. So up the stairs to the east leads to this thing. A small staircase leads you up to the door. Once open, you are met with a humid, thick smell of candlelight and soot. It actually says sot, but I assume it's soot. If it is actually sot, then I apologise. The chamber is small, divided into two separate sections, front and back. The sections resemble large alcoves more than actual rooms. An upper area can be seen from the doorway, but the only way to reach it is from where you're standing, is to climb the walls. The ceiling and walls are made from smooth cobblestone and dark and grey colour. Several pillars keep the ceiling in place, thankfully. In each of the two alcoves, I'm really struggling with that word today. In each of the two alcoves stands one pedestal, each filled to the brim with burning candles. Around the second pedestal sit a handful of people, but instead of heads, they have flames. They seem oblivious to your trespass. In the ceiling, a few light orbs are floating, but the cause of the orbs are black, as if they're inverting the light. Okay, so we've got flame-headed people. We've entered into Pixar's Elemental. Is it Pixar? I think it's Pixar. So as you look closer at the flame-headed people from Pixar, or not, you notice the gold threading in their robes. These robes are easily worth a few gold coins each. For each quarter hour spent in here, roll d6, and that'll say whether the flame-headed people awake and notice me. The candles are sitting... Sort of habitual drunkard, probably not then. I mean a humid thick smell of a perpetual drunkard? Or habitual drunkard? Maybe? Drunken chicken? Steel Hill McNeil from Pirate Borg. So the candles are just sitting on their own wax, so they should be easy to remove if you need a light source. As you watch the flames on the candle, you notice they do not react to the wind. If you remove a candle, if you destroy a candle, if you climb into the small room. So there's our options. So what we're going to do is, I think we're going to try and climb into the small room. So we've got to roll for move, and if we succeed, you notice we notice something. So who's got the worst move? Oh, actually, you know what? We can just roll move for people, and whoever it is can get up there, and the other ones have to stay behind. I only really need one person to even get up there. And I'm going to say that, you know what, Aura of Orders are going to go up. And we're going to have the other three kind of help them out, like, you know, do the old lift thing and racing against a wall to help them. So we'll give them the +3 modifier. If you can't do it this way, then God help us all. One success, that's all you need. It's the joy of Year Zero Engine. So Aura of Ord climbs up, and what he sees is actually a tiny chamber that has a small stash of treasure. So roll on the gold loot table again and see what we find. So that's a 1d12. That's a 1d10. Christian. Alright, 1d12. See a robe, wear a robe. Exactly. 12. Okay, so this dice is super awesome. It only rolls 11s and 12 so far. 12 is a scepter of gold with silver trims and a bejeweled top worth 5d6 gold. And we're just going to give it another d12 to get the quality, which was the second part of this table. Quality of 5. Which says it's normal quality, so it's just your standard golden scepter with silver trim and bejeweled top. Nothing fancy. So we're going to throw that in as gear. Scepter. Oh, yep. Scepter, gear, yep. Normal weight, yeah, because that's what it is. It's just a normal, that's what the description was. Made of gold with silver trim and bejeweled top. See entry. I'll see Gold loot table 12. Oh yeah, you know, I better save that just in case. And then, what do we say? 5d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, 17. Not worth as much as that dagger. 17 gold. But worth more than the not dagger he had before. Okay. Now I need to remember what entry I was on. Oh yeah, back to the chamber. Okay, so we've gone over into the little room, we've seen the thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a d6. Even though I don't think it's been quite a quarter of an hour, I'm just going to see whether the flame-headed people notice us. So it's on a 1 or a 2. It's on a 1! That's some good loot. If they fall into a swamp, they'll sink like a rich artex. Amen. Everyone, if you're going to sink in a swamp, at least be rich about it. Or be like Scrooge McDuck and practice swimming through gold, so if you ever are stuck in a swamp, then, you know, you just like it's gold and you'll be fine. So what has happened is, as he climbs down, perhaps his foot slips slightly. He knocks a rock and all 4 of the party turn and just watches this stone dislodges and bounces down and eventually bounces into the leg of one of these flame-headed people who are going to... The 4 creatures notice your trespass, and as a response, the smoke from their flame forms shapes of skulls that begin to float around the flames. The smoke from their flame forms shapes of The smoke from their flames form shapes of skulls, right, that begin to float around the flames. So they've got flame heads, and then they've got smoky skulls swinging around it. Got it. So they turn towards you. This cannot be good. Draw initiative cards and begin combat. Okay, I'm just going to really quick try and make up a monster. This is called a Flame Stalker. Flame Stalker. Strength of 2 of 2. Wits of 2 of 2. Sorry, that's agility of 2 of 2. This is 5 of 5, and empathy of 4 of 4, that 40. 4 of 4. Then they've got some attacks, and we can deal with those when we come down to it. But that's enough that we can at least get them into combat. So what did it say? There's 4 of them. Flame Stalker. Oh, you've gone now. That was the old priestly guy, Jason. So we've got 4 flame stalkers, we've got 4 our people. As I said before, we're going to set up the fight so that these people are going to assist each other because they're NPCs and we're just going to group them. Where's the party? Because it's like having 4 people in your party. I'm going to give them turns. Yes, action economy, but also, you know what, this is a fun playthrough. Let me just play through it for fun. Get in a fight. Combat tracker. Let's go. Begin combat. So, with the Year Zero engine, what you do is well, for at least this one, you get a card. 1 through 10, lowest number goes first. First up, Halfter. Halfter sees this and he goes, oh, okay, know what to do here, and he draws his dagger, actually. I was going to say his sword, but... Oh, they took our weapons when we were captured by the Saurians. Okay, so he draws his dagger, and he is going to have at the one of these creatures. So there is just a couple of notes here. So they move funnily on their turn, but they take half damage from non-magic weapons. And then they've got their own attack thing. So right, Halfter. You're up, buddy. Halfter is going to dagger at the closest one. He can't use his sword fighter because this is not a sword. Imagine. Hit was in the title, so he does hit. The creatures have no no armor, but we're going to say that they're going to get a dodge, which tends just to be a move roll. No, so it doesn't get out of the way. takes half damage, which is, well, half of 1 is 1. Is the loot magic? I think the loot is just really fancy. I'm going to say, unfortunately, I'm going to say it's fancy and not magic. But it's still going to take 1 damage, the first one. Oh, you know what? We'll start taking their health from the back here. So you've taken 1 strength damage. And we can slowly work them away. Up next is Orvold. Orvold now has his golden dagger, so he too is going to draw it as his fast action, and then for his slow action is going to try and stab that same one, which has already done its fast action of dodging, so as long as he can hit, we can try and do some damage. That's the gear, that's not the combat. Right, here we go. Go on, my friend. No, you suck. Alright, he's going to push because he thinks this is an issue. So he hits, but he also gets 1 point of damage applied to the dagger, which means the dagger is functionally non-functional now. Nice one. I think we'll also reduce the gold price of it. Maybe because it's gold and it, you know, it bent or some of the jewels came off it, or the blade cracked or something like that. But at the end of the day, he did hit, so it's another point of damage to this thing, which is enough to kill one of them. Meh. Up next is Ulfric. Ulfric, I believe, has nothing. He's got no gear, he's got no willpower, so he is going to... He's going to hold his turn, so he's going to try and help Gemma with her attack. Gold is too bendy. He's going to help Jim with his attack by trying to distract one of the creatures. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And speaking of, Gemma's turn. So Gemma is going to draw her dagger and she's going to attack. Gemma, let's go. So combat, she's got her dagger. We're going to give her +1 because Ulfric is trying to distract this creature and she's going to try and stab under it, and it is going to use its fast action to try and dodge. So she's hit. That's a good start. Gemma, you know, we'll put everyone's tokens up so that I can get to everyone easily. Ah! Right, horrible. Oh my gosh. Housekeeping! Gemma, Ulfric, Halford. Right, so this creature was trying to dodge out of the way of Gemma's dagger, or as wafts and... Ah! Damn it. Okay, so the creature absolutely does manage to get out of the way. She's, as much as Ulfric is like, oh, trying to get its attention, and she stabs him when it's not looking, it's still this creature of smoke and fire, not to be confused with a barrel because that would TPK. Yeah, manages to, I guess, drift out of the way. They do have a flaming movement where it says they flicker back and forth and will change locations at random at the beginning of their initiative. So what we're going to do is the Flamestalkers, so we're going to roll a d6 and I'll just tell you what happens. Based on the table, I'm not going to write it into their character sheet. So 3, near distance from all. Okay, so what happens is these creatures, as much as we've been engaging with them, the 3 remaining ones, they kind of flicker, and maybe that's when Gemma missed. She went for the stab and this creature just kind of out of existence and then reforms, but it's still close enough that they can just drift back in and re-engage. So it is going to attack, and I'm just going to d4 to see who it attacks. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Makes sense to me. 1, 2, 3, Halfdur. I guess that makes sense. He's the biggest, meanest dude. And also always the one that gets attacked. So it is going to do its attack, which is a claws attack. So the arms of these creatures are more talons than arms. So they're really just the talons of these creatures. So roll an attack with 5 base dice and weapon damage 1, which is a slash wound. And if it hits, it does stuff. I'm going to give it +2 to its attack because it has 2 helpers. So it's 5, 7 dice. We're looking for 6s. Halfdur... Actually, everyone except Ulfric has used their short move to draw weapons. So Halfdur is not going to be able to dodge this. He's just going to have to hope that he doesn't get hit. but there's a 6. 2 6s in fact. Okay, so that will do 1 base damage for the success, plus 1 additional base damage because additional success. So the golden flame! The flames burst out and lash with an adventurer within near distance. Oh, is that a different attack? Oh, maybe they actually have 2 attacks that they could choose from. Okay, well I've just said that it does the claws. Maybe it'll do the golden flame next time. We'll roll a d6 to see what attack it does. So it does 2 slashing damage to him. But thankfully he has his leather armor, so he's going to roll for leather armor. 6s will reduce damage. 1s and 3s will do nothing, like the goggles, they do nothing. And he is going to take 2 points of strength damage, which sucks because he has a knife that still works. Next round of combat. Halfdoor. He's been stabbed and he is going to go in and he is going to use his slow action to attack again. In fact, what he's going to do is he's going to kind of see Orvold out of the corner of his eyes and give him a nod, just a small nod, and Orvold is going to throw himself into the fight, even though his dagger is busted ass at the moment. What he's going to do is he's going to saw what Ulfric did, and he's just going to come in there and try and distract it, and give Halfdoor a +1. So I'm just going to swap their initiative. Can I do that? Can I swap swap initiative with Halfdoor? Yep. So the two have swapped. So Orvold is now going to try and assist, whilst Halfdoor has his attack. So I'll give him that +1. Combat. Edge. +1 for someone trying to... +1 for someone trying to help him. 6s to hit. 3. Nice. Okay, so this creature, of course, is going to try and dodge as well. So let's roll a move for it. See how much it can reduce the damage by. None. So, as we found out, it does half damage because of it's made of fire. I'm rounding up. So, half of 3, 1.5, round up 2. 2 is enough to kill another one. That's a good start. Ulfric again is going to use his slow action to assist Gemma. And so Gemma is going to use her turn to stab at one of the remaining 2 creatures with her dagger. +1 to assist. Apparently didn't hit roll. 6s, 2 hits. This creature is again going to try and dodge out of the way with its slow action. Please no, please no. Excellent, none. So 2 damage by half, 1 damage. And so this time the creature doesn't dissipate in, and she actually manages to get a bite into it. I'll give you your health there. Flamestalkers, at the beginning of their turn, they roll a d6 and they will do some kind of weird movement thing. So with a 1, they stay in place, which is great. They're quite engaged at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4 to see who they attack. 3, Halfdoor. Poor Halfdoor. That guy, honestly. Okay, so it's going to attack Halfdoor, but this time he's got his slow action. So for his, his fast action. So for his fast action, he's going to be trying to dodge out of the way. He's like, to heck with this. Don't want to get hit again. So, combat. This thing is... Oh, that's right. I didn't put it in there. Shall we... I'll do odds and evens. Odds, it does the claw attack again. Evens, it'll do this other attack that I realized it had. Odds. So it does a claw attack again. So this one comes swinging in with these claws, which, oh, again, I didn't put it in there. So it's 5 base dice plus 1 for its friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is to hit. Please no. 2 hits. Yep, 2 hits. Okay, so now Halfdoor is going to try and barrel roll out of the way of this one. Get it. Get down, Mr. President. He wants at least 2 successes, ideally. Boom, there they are, 4 successes. So he I guess after the last one where the claws came down, he wasn't quite expecting it. It's the first time we've encountered these smoke fire beasts. So he wasn't quite sure what was going to happen, and hence it hit him. But this time, because he knows, he is better able to deal with the creature, and he dodges out of the way, thankfully. So no damage taken. Back to the top of the order. Orvald, again, when Halfter dives one way, Orvald comes swinging through in the other direction, trying to grab the creature's attention again. It makes me think of the scene from The Last Samurai, when Tom Cruise's character and the daimyo, was he a daimyo? Were fighting together because there was assassins and they're just like rolling under each other's katana and whatnot. It was a really cool scene. Anyway, filmed in New Plymouth, my hometown. So Orvald is assisting Halfter, who has done this barrel roll out of the way of the creature's attack, comes skidding to a halt and then lunges in with the dagger again. So he's going to again attack with a +1 benefit or bonus from Orvald, trying to get the attention of this thing. 3 successes, huzzah! The creature will try and dodge, because it's got a short action, might as well. Was that a smiley face at the New Plymouth, or me being excited about something else? Anyway, I'm excited because this creature has failed to dodge. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to say that he attacked the weaker of the two. I'm going to give them the benefit there. So 1 creature gone. And again, Ulfric, this technique seems to work, so he's going to try and distract this creature as well, while Gemma, again, sees if she can sink that dagger through into smoke, you know when you try and stab smoke and fire? That's more or less the situation we're in. 1 success, and this creature is also going to try and dodge. Or at least, with it kind of flickers in and out of existence, but no, it does not. So it too gets a... The dagger somehow manages to dislodge some of the smoke and flame. Where's it going? 2. This time it's going for Gemma. I guess that makes sense. She just stabbed it, so she's right there. I'm going to do odds and evens on that attack again. Odds, so again, we're coming through with the claws. This creature's going to lash out with only 5d6 this time, because it has no one else... 5d6, I see you there. Because it has no one else to help it. Gemma has her quick action, so she's going to use that to dodge out of the way, but first of all, let's see if it even hits. It does, 2 successes. Yep, 2 successes, so Gemma, get out of the way! Get down, Mr. President! Move. It's good, she's got some move. She's got the moves, she's got the moves. 2 successes, that's all she needs. So again, now the party is effectively surrounded this creature and it's just lashing out, but we've got the upper hand because it's hard to fight in 4 directions at once. Imagine even if you're smoke and fire, quite difficult. Oh, that was the Flamestalker's turn. So back up to Orvald. Orvald is going to assist Halfter. We're just dancing around this thing trying to get its attention, just these claws are ripping around, and I think what I'm going to do is, regardless, if it survives until the end of the round, I'm going to do the flame attack, because that's the other attack that kind of sounds cool. But first of all, Halfter, this thing is swung at Gemma. He's going to try and stab it in the back when it's not looking. +1 because we've got Orvald yelling out and trying to get its attention. No luck, but not going to push it either. I think we're in a good position. Ulfric again helping Gemma by doing the same thing, dancing around this creature. Gemma! Come on, Gemma, save the day. No pressure. 2 successes. Okay, this creature's got its fast action. It's going to try and dance out of the way. Or, you just smoke and mirrors out of the way. Oh, I forgot to roll the smoke and mirrors for the last turn. Okay, so no, with us all swinging around it, like the scene from Shaun of the Dead where they're in the pub and they're all just smashing on the guy with the pulkus, don't stop me now. Gemma manages to get in the final stab, and with a hiss, the smoke and the fire dissipate, and the creatures have been defeated. So we're going to end combat. Yes, we're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that because you stopped existing. Don't stop me now. Don't stop them now is what we're going to... It's such a good scene, honestly. I might just rewatch that after I finish the stream. And you know what? Speaking... when I finish the stream, it's probably... This is probably a good place to park up. We're in this room. We have gotten into this potentially city of gold, we've cleaned out the monsters that we're aware of in this room so far. I found a bit of treasure. It didn't say that there was any kind of loot, but when we come back when I come back next time, we the party, when I come back next time, maybe the guys are going to try and fix up that dagger. You should be able to do a crafting roll. I wonder if anyone actually has crafting. Crafting. Alfric, no. Halfdor. No. Gemma. No. Orvold? No. We might look into that. They might just try and bash out an edge with this blade as much as they can to try and... I'm not going to say that the value of it will go back up. In fact, I'll probably take off some more of the value because they would have just had to bash it with whatever was handy, but at least it'll give them an edge. An edged weapon, even. So thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to look after yourself, take a break. This has been the Forbidden Lands, the City of Gold. Thank you, Free League. And yeah, I hope to see you all next time. Have a good one. Behold, the wrong button. How about this time?